open to slide 3 from the
So
PDF
now,
I sent you this
can I
morning?
actually hop off this call since I'm not on this account?
It's no problem.
Okay,
Go
cool.
ahead, Sean.
Sure. Let's just start off with January 2020. Now, consumer spending is up. If you look at the graph right below.
What page are we on?
I'm sorry, we're on page 12, the second graph from the top.
Okay.
Danielle, turn your camera off.
All right. So if you look, we're 0.15% higher than 2019. We started this quarter off at 2.75%.
Holy shit.
Daniel.
God.
I don't think he's
Daniel.
January.
Oh
Can you
my,
do that for us?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Call Mika.
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel on his cell.
Oh,
How do we turn this feed off?
shit.
Wow.
We can't.
Oh, hell no.
Daniel. Oh my God. Daniel is the host. Holy shit.
Recording.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Daniel.
No, this is too much. Oh my God.
This is great.
So there we have it, the latest from Pornhub. When I saw this come across my screen and I saw latest creative from Pornhub, for me, it had me fascinated. I was like, what have they done? What is this going to be? I was super intrigued. The interesting thing about it, there's a lot of prediction break in this story, a really powerful combination. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, where is this going to go? And then as it continues, I'm like, surely not. Is this what's going to happen? And right now, with so many business meetings via Zoom, Skype, and everything else in between, this is really contextual, really relevant, and highly entertaining. But one of the most genius things they did here was not only did they create a highly entertaining and a very clever ad that cost them little to next to nothing, but they managed to link the brand all the way through. So as the story had finished, they still had the narrative and the audio running as they seeded in the text that was coming up on screen and the Pornhub logo.
Totally agree. This couldn't have been done by any other company, I feel, other than Pornhub, because that is when you think of computerized porn, that's the first name that comes to mind. It's contextual for them. Like you couldn't have done this with an external magazine or videos. This only works because it's an online setting. They've then done a really sick memory hijack where, because we've done nothing but Zoom for 2 months, everyone is so used to that stupid screen that once it starts going, you start thinking to yourself, kind of like when you're a kid in school and you're like, what's the worst thing that could happen? What if I showed up to school naked? Oh, so you start to think, what's the worst thing that can ever happen on Zoom? And this has got to be one of them. So they've taken all these memories that you already have for Zoom, and now they've guaranteed that every time you log on to Zoom past this, what's the first thing you're going to think about? Do not masturbate on this camera. So they know we're going to be on Zoom 5-6 times a day every week for the next 2 months. So it's like this repetitive, they found the right memory to tap into. They tied their brand right to it. And now they get free advertising in my head every time I sit down on my computer.
I was thinking about this just before we jumped on, and it was around comedy. And there's two principles there that bounce off. So one is the art of telling a great story, but then you've got prediction break. And it's this beautiful combination between both that brings around humor.
What tends to happen is, so you can assume everyone lives in a prediction of reality. So the way the brain works is you've got kind of two modes. You've got what we'll call kind of active live thinking mode. Then you've got passive prediction mode, where you just use your experiences from the last 30 years of your life, 40 years of your life to say, I know how this works. Boom, I'm going to live there. Now, the vast majority of the time, I'm talking 90 to 95% of the day, you're just sitting in prediction mode. You do not live in reality. You live in your story of reality. As soon as you see a computer, you just start running simulations. Oh, I've seen computers before. You live up here. Anytime a prediction fails, your brain kicks into that active mode because it's a safety mechanism. If you think about it, if you have a prediction for how an animal should act and then the animal starts snarling and it breaks your prediction, your brain doesn't know any better. It says, oh, you could be dead right now. Update your story immediately. Dangerous situations kick off your coder, and it kicks off anytime our predictions fail. So in this case, I'm looking at a Zoom meeting. I've seen these 100 times. I know exactly what's going to happen. And as soon as you see some dude starting to pull out tissues and a little squeeze bottle of lotion, boom, you haven't seen it before. It's a fear. You go, uh-oh, this isn't what's supposed to be happening. Your brain automatically kicks into active mode. And in this moment, you're going to start learning, remembering, memorizing whatever is coming in. It's your body saying, uh-oh, something unexpected is happening. You better remember it. Humor almost exclusively works off prediction break. Take someone down a path and make them feel calm, make them feel safe, switching on them. A lot of the times that laugh comes from the discomfort of being switched into the mode of, the world doesn't make sense anymore. So the best jokes do exactly what you said. They break your prediction, but they don't do it in a way that's scary. They do it in a way that's relatable enough and enough of a parody on your actual life that you can kind of make fun of it. At the end of the day, pretty much all humor is slightly cynical. It has to make you go, oh yeah, that sucks. That's something about me or about the world that's kind of crazy. And in this case, if you've never masturbated before, or you've never seen Pornhub, or you're my 90-year-old grandmother, that prediction break, would probably never happen because she doesn't even have a prediction of Skype. She wouldn't know what the heck is going on. But when somebody starts masturbating, that wouldn't be cynical to them. That wouldn't be funny to them. That would be off-putting. That would be too much. That's not part of her worldview. But if you're our age and you grew up with computers and stuff, as soon as we get the prediction break, we're live, we see it happening, we go, yep, that's cynical. That's something that could have happened at one point in my life. We recognize it, and that leads us to laugh about it.